Let's get to the action. Let's go.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up the second week of the preseason, and we got a solid matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Giants offense with their second-year QB leading the way. Now his first full season at the helm, Jackson Dart.
Once he hit the field his rookie season, he brought some true excitement to his team and to his fan base. I love his aggressiveness, but has to learn to protect himself. But this guy, he goes all out on every possession.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, here's Scatterbo. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Dart. That ball caught by Slayton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Scatterbo. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Scatterbo taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dolphins offense set to take the field, led by Malik Willis, who is getting his chance as the starter after backing up Jordan Love the past 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Just 6 starts in his first 4 seasons in the NFL, but the potential is vast. 3 total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in his only start last season. They think he's going to be excellent for their team.
Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Throw left side complete. That's Washington. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Willis. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Willis showing off the wheels there. He gets him the first down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Let's go now. Ready. Trap go, lady.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Abdul Carter in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Dart. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys have a first-half lead, all going according to plan so far, as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive.
Hold it ready.
Now Willis to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Brings up third and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Willis to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 47. Now Willis. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Running left, Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Willis looking to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Achane taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Achane. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Shoves. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants going back to work as you get a look at their offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy. These guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. Now Dart. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Third down.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw now, Dart. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Back to throw, Willis. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Up the middle, Achane. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. And that'll be incomplete.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Dart once more. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Johnson. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Short throw caught by Dulcich. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and a couple.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Willis looking to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Austin. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Hiking 18.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll pitch it out to Achane. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return, Austin. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the 2nd half.
And Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Dart. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Scatteroo. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Dart. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Looking to throw, Dart. This one finds Austin out right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Calvin Austin, 30 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. They'll going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. On first down, back to Achane. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
19, let's go.
To throw, here's Willis. And he's got this down to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Short throw caught by Dulcich. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
On the ground, it's Scatteroo to start the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Dart going to give to Scatteroo. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
An inside run with Scatteroo. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Here's first and 10. Play action. Now Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
First down, New York.
Here's first down. Scatteroo going to run it out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Remember now, no overtime here in the preseason, so in a tie game, this ought to be a fight to the finish. Here's Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
New York.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Giants 21.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
Come on, man.
And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Come on. Hey.
Here's Willis. Finding Washington. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 9.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Willis to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Hawk 70.
Willis got to have this one. Into space at the 45. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now Willis. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's 3rd down at 5. Throwing, Willis. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 seconds, no timeouts left.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. Here's 2nd down.
Come on. Hey.
One final try here for Willis. This to possibly force OT. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. They'll try and run it in. And, oh, he stopped short of the goal line, and the defense celebrates as they've won the football game. Well, this one was certainly one to remember. At the end, they get the touchdown. Thinking they're going to go for the PAT to tie it, they went for the win. Charles had guts to call it, but it didn't come to fruition.
And I know the actual call.
Thanks for the support, and like always, stay tuned for more.